Alright, what is up everybody? Welcome back to day number 12 of our NBA 2K March Madness tournament, and today we have Zion Williamson taking on Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant, an unexpected competitor here, and at least in my opinion, I mean, he's a Syracuse guy, and he went to college at Syracuse. Zion goes in and gets the bucket, and I'm a Syracuse fan, so honestly, I'm happy to see him here. And he's having a good season for Portland. I just wasn't expecting him to be here, but he's going in and getting the slam early on. 1-1 tie so far. Alright. Zion. Trying to go in on Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant's kind of playing good defense, though. I'm not sure Zion's going to be able to get anywhere. Turns around and misses. Jeremy Grant grabs the board. In my opinion, this would be a pretty big upset. Jeremy Grant's only an 82 overall in NBA 2K compared to Zion's 87, so 5 overall difference. This would be a pretty big upset. Jeremy Grant nowhere to go now. Two players who, I feel like aren't necessarily always playing. I feel like Jeremy Grant doesn't play a lot. Other than that, it might not be right. But also, two very good scoring forwards. Anyways, Jeremy Grant has a lead, but not for long. Zion goes in. I think Jeremy Grant plays a lot of games. I must be thinking about someone else, because Jeremy Grant, I feel like Jeremy Grant's never unavailable. Anyways, trying to back down Zion. Nowhere to go still. Has to send it back out to the 3-point line now. Trying to drive in on Zion. Pump fakes a few times, goes up with it, and misses barely. Zion grabs the board. Now Zion maneuvers right away and gets the slam. Yeah, I'm right. Jeremy Grant hasn't played a lot this season. So anyways, Jeremy Grant goes in and gets the two-handed slam. But I'm looking at it right now. Jeremy Grant has not... Yeah, never mind. That's a lie. He's played enough games to be in this tournament. Anyways, moving in on Zion. Zion turns around and gets the two-handed slam right over him to take the 4-3 lead. Now Jeremy Grant. Nowhere to go on Zion, but now he found an open space and he makes it, ties it back up at 4 apiece. No, I don't know why I was saying Jeremy Grant doesn't play a lot of games. I think he does, but anyways, we're just going to forget about that. So now Zion turns around and gets the shot. All right. Zion goes up 5-4. Jeremy Grant with the ball now. Going in, floats it up, and it's in. All right. Tie ball game still. Zion going in on Jeremy Grant. It gets a little step there and it goes in. Alright. Jeremy Grant trying to drive in. Takes a shot and it's in. Alright, rattles in. 6-6 now. Zion. Backing down, Jeremy Grant takes a tough shot off the backboard and it's in. Alright, Jeremy Grant, see what you got. Jeremy Grant moves right by and gets the two-handed slam. Blew right past Zion there. Both of these guys are not really known for their amazing defense. I guess Jeremy Grant's defense is solid, but none of these guys are known for having incredible defense. And Zion's going in. Honestly, for what a player Zion is, in terms of how he plays, you would think he's taller than he is, but he's not really that tall. Obviously he's tall, but for basketball standards, that dunk was nasty. How did he just fly so high? Yo, that was crazy. But anyways, for basketball standards, I feel like Zion isn't as tall as you would expect him to be. Alright, Zion backing down Jeremy Grant, turns around and makes it. Still going here. 9-8. Going in on the right side. Gets stopped in his path. Has to send it back out to the 3-point line. Now trying to go back in. This time, he gets down the middle and gets the two-handed slam. Alright, Zion. How can you answer back? Jeremy Grant did a little jump for nothing. I don't know what that was for. But Zion spins in and gets the basket. All right. Zion's on fire. We're up. He's up 10-9 right now. So, Jeremy Grant trying to move in the middle. But then he finds his way into the basket and gets the slam again. I mean, this is insane. Both of these players are going off right now. 10-10 game here. One of like the few games where we've had two players in double-digit scoring, and Zion gets the basket too. No one is letting down their guard right now. But Zion finally starting to pick it up now on the defensive side of things. Can't let Jeremy Grant get anywhere right now. He's not allowing it. Jeremy Grant, I mean, yeah, he has nowhere to go. He's just sending it back out every single time, trying to go in different ways. Can't get into any of them. So now he's just going to have to back down Zion. Sends it out to the three-point line. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Jeremy Grant trying to finally make his final powerhouse move. Gets inside and barely makes the shot. Just slightly rattles in there. He's staying alive now. Zion turns around. Spins in. 12-11. Jeremy Grant putting up a really good game for what it's worth. Not sure he's going to make it much further than this, but he's getting the two-handed slam on Zion. Maybe he will if this is how he's playing. I mean, the way both of these guys are playing, they might make it pretty far. Zion puts his back onto Jeremy Grant, turns around, and it goes in. I thought that was not going to go in. Wow. Wow. Jeremy Grant. How can you respond? Has to take a tough shot, and it's going to go in. Off the glass. All right. 13-13, y'all. Zion hasn't really played like a get to the hoop dunk kind of guy this game so far. Then he just does that insane hop step. Wow, how are you supposed to stop that? Wow. Wow. Anyways, Jeremy Grant's kind of been playing. Jeremy Grant's been playing like I thought Zion would play, honestly. Alright, going in. Oh my god! Oh my! He just lays the hammer on Zion. He got so high up there, and he just absolutely postered him. Oh my goodness. Zion, how can you answer back? How can you clap back? Gets it off the glass. He tipped it in. All right. 15-14. We are having a shootout. Jeremy Grant. Zion stopping him in his path to get to the hoop, but Jeremy Grant finds the lane and dunks it down. Jeremy Grant is going off. Put him in the dunk contest. Zion. Alright. Long game here. Probably our second or third longest game, and Zion's going in and making the basket. Let's see here. I think this is our second longest game. That is correct. It is our second longest game. Wow. In terms of our second highest scoring game. So Jeremy Grant's going in and he's tipping it off the glass now. 16-16. To beat the highest scoring game, it was Jokic and OG Anunoby who had 18-16. So Zion going in and he's going to get it off the glass again. 17-16. We are very close to this being the highest scoring game in the tournament. Jeremy Grant. Zion put his arms up. But for nothing, Jeremy Grant turns around and he's getting it. Which means we're tied for the highest scoring game. One more basket, and this will be the highest scoring game of this round of 64. And it's going in. Zion misses Jeremy Grant's opportunity to take a lead here. The first, official lead we've kind of seen, really. In a minute, at least. So Jeremy Grant. At the middle right now. Middle of the court. Going in. Has nowhere to run. And, oh my god, he posters Zion again! He lays it down! Oh my! Zion, you're getting cooked, bro. This dude, Jeremy Grant, is dunking it on your head. Anyways, 18-17, so Zion, take it how you want, but kind of might need a basket here. It goes in. Misses. Jeremy Grant, match point. Any basket wins it for Jeremy Grant. Going in, and he's gonna dunk it down. Jeremy Grant wins 19-17 in the absolute shootout against Zion Williamson. I'm gonna take the stats for this game, and we'll be back with our second matchup. Alright, what is up? We are back with our second matchup of the day, and for our second matchup, we have Brandon Ingram taking on De'Aaron Fox. And I'm learning that 2K is highly disrespecting De'Aaron Fox. They have him at an 85 overall, rated below Stephon Castle, and I'm sorry, Stephon Castle's having an incredible year too. But to say he's better than De'Aaron Fox is just egregious in my opinion. And Brandon Ingram goes in and gets the early bucket. An all-star this season, he's playing incredible. I've been a huge Brandon Ingram guy for a bit now because I think that he's like super underrated. I don't think people talk about him enough. I don't think they did when he was in New Orleans. I think he was always kind of like better than Zion in a way. Like, I mean, I just don't think people discussed him enough for what he was doing. He was always like a 20-point per game scorer, super efficient, I feel like, and always just like reliable. Like, if you needed someone to go out there and get you some buckets, like, he was always going to be there for you. And De'Aaron Fox is going in, and I think he's 6'1", going in and getting the slam there. You know, very athletic back in Sacramento. Those early days in Sacramento, he was super athletic. Like, you know, really good dunks and the fastest player in the league. And there goes Brandon Ingram getting the basket. Take the 3-2 lead now. I'm not sure about De'Aaron Fox, like, in terms of how good his dunking is anymore. I feel like I don't see as many clips anymore. But he's going in. That is the coldest layup I think I've seen this tournament so far. That was just insane. That was, like, something you'd see out of Kyrie Irving. That's crazy. Fox is super, like, you know, he's, like, super smooth with his game. I love his game. I think his game's incredible. But Brandon Ingram's going up 4-3. Brandon Ingram is favored in this game, so we'll see how it pans out. But De'Aaron Fox is going in, and he's getting a second slam of the game. He's going to take it down with one hand. You know, these are two very good scorers, so I think I could see this one being something like what we saw last game. And Brandon Ingram's turning around, and he's going to get it to go. Goes up 5-4 now. All right, De'Aaron Fox pulls up from the mid-range, and he cashes out. All right, 5-5. Tough shot, but he gets it. We don't see a lot of shots like that in this tournament, but he took one, and it worked out. And Brandon Ingram was going in, and he's going to tip. Excuse me, I was about to say tap, but I almost said tick. I don't even know what that means, but whatever. Anyways, De'Aaron Fox is going in with a two-handed slam to tie it up at 6 apiece. Fox trying to hold his arms up. I'm not sure it's going to stop Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram's definitely got a humongous size advantage going in. He's going to get the little layup there, I guess you could call it. Alright, De'Aaron. How are you going to answer that basket? Let's see. Good defense from Brandon Ingram here. Fox nowhere to go. Dribbling it out. Moving his way in, takes a tough shot, and it's off. Brandon Ingram has the board. Any basket wins it here. It's match point for Brandon Ingram. He's going over to the left side. Spins around. Peels off. Backing down. And he misses the mid-range just barely. De'Aaron Fox grabs the board. Fox now. Going in, and Fox is going to slam it down with two hands to tie it up. He almost had a loss here in this first round, but he's staying alive. Alright, Brandon Ingram. Gotta get something here. Spins around a few times. Nice, good pivot flip there. Good job using his pivot. Alright. Fox moves his way right in and gets the one-handed jam. Insane. Insane. Fox is going off. Like, every single one of his shots is just so beautiful. I don't know how to explain it, but Brandon Ingram turns around and hits it. Alright. 9-8 Brandon Ingram lead. De'Aaron Fox. Oh, yo, he had him lost for a second, but oh my God, yo, no, 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 time out, no, bro, no, dude, no, no, time out, bro, what the, no, dude, that didn't, time out, bro, he had him lost, and then this, yo, dude, yeah. Oh my God, dude. I can't, bro. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, dude. Good, bro. Good shot, man. Good shot, De'Aaron. Anyways, this is match point. Any Brandon Ingram basket wins it here. Going in on that left side, backing him down. Should be able to put it up here. Spins around, and Brandon Ingram's going to win this matchup 10-8. So I'm going to go take the stats of this game, and then I'll give you tomorrow's matchups. Okay, so our final stats for the day. Zion Williamson had 17 points, 1 board, 0 steals, 0 blocks. He shot 17 for 20 from the field, and he lost 17-19. And then Jeremy Grant had 19 points, 3 boards, 0 steals, 0 blocks. He shot 19 for 20 from the field, and he won 19-17. And then Brandon Ingram had 10 points, 1 board, 0 steals, 0 blocks. He shot 10 for 11 from the field, and he won 10-8. And then De'Aaron Fox had 8 points, 1 board, 0 steals, 0 blocks. He shot 8 for 10 from the field, and he lost 8-10. And then tomorrow's 2 matchups, we have Paolo Banchero taking on Scotty Barnes, and Julius Randle taking on LaMelo Ball. 2 very good games from all 4 very, very talented players, all like all-star caliber players. So we'll have to see how those matches turn out. But if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We are posting all 31 days of March. We have 12 for 12 so far. And if you guys enjoyed, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace out.